What's going on, guys? You might be asking right off the start of the video, why is there a BioShock? Well, my name is Isaiah, and I'm here to tell you why you see a BioShock video, and it is because we all know that Xbox and Microsoft had the deal on Live last week where you could go in and they had all these fucking awesome games, 75% off, 50% off. I know they had, like, I think Halo 4 was like $30, Black Ops 2 was $40, and it was just one of the greatest deals ever. And BioShock was one of the games up there, and I never played it before. I played the demo of it a while ago, and I remember like, oh, this is a fun game, you know, it's very intriguing, it keeps you interested, there's a lot of like cool features about it, and I think 2K does that with a lot of their games. They put a bunch of awesome features that not a lot of other games do. So what I have right now is a gameplay of me, there's a lot of Big Daddy fights and just some random battles and shit, but most of it there's a lot of Big Daddy fights in it. But what I'm here to talk about is digital download for the Xbox, and this game was $5, great deal. If you didn't get it last week, then I mean it was kind of it's a disappointment, because last week was the week to buy some games because they had awesome deals for a bunch of different games. And the reason they did that, I believe, is because they're trying to integrate the console gamer to realize that, wow, like this digital download shit is fucking awesome, because all console gamers think like, oh, I gotta get this used game, you know, $5 extra, you gotta get the physical copy, it feels like. But in that case, no, like physical copy, no. There's much better things you could do with digital download, and it is such a great thing for us to have in our possession. It might be bad for some people, but it's for a much greater purpose. If you ask any PC gamer who plays nothing but PC games and download them from Steam, they will say that Steam is like the greatest system ever. And that's because they do such awesome deals. And the reason for that is because when publishers and developers go to sell these PC games, there is no physical copy, there is no delivery, and people buy it right there and then, no matter what. They're gonna buy the game regardless. But then you have places like GameStop who sell the physical copy at $60, but that also costs fees for the publishers and developers, because there's delivery, there's the physical disc itself, the case, the booklets inside. And I mean, like, I know I haven't looked at a fucking booklet for a game since I was probably like 7 years old, playing like the original Metal Gear Solid and like Kingdom Hearts back in the day. Other than that, like, I haven't looked at a fucking booklet since Nam. I mean, I don't give a shit about that. And it costs them less money if they do everything digital. So if you look at it this way, if they are selling stuff and it costs them less money to sell it, and they're getting a shit ton of money, these awesome deals that Steam have can be possible because all these people are still buying it and they're saving money at the same time, and they don't have to go through GameStop. And when the game's bought, they pretty much make all the, I know Steam a little bit, but GameStop, when they sell these games, they sell so many fucking used games that when they sell these games, they sell for $5 less. So if they sold, like, let's say there was 1 million Black Ops copies sold within a week at GameStop, and 500,000 of them were bought at $60. There are publishers and developers, they get a shit ton of money from that. But then all the used copies, let's say there was 500,000 used copies, GameStop is pretty much like absorbing all that money, and you trade it in, you get like $20 and they put it on the shelf for $55, and they're just making straight profit off it. It's a good idea because they're capitalizing, and you have the option to trade it in, but at the same time they're just making so much money, and the developers aren't seeing anything out of the used games, and they don't like that. And I know one of the big heads of Microsoft, I can't remember his name off the top of my bat, but he said something, if there is a physical copy for the next gen console, that there will be a watermark. So GameStop, if there is a watermark physical copy, GameStop, the publishers and developers, they will be making just as much money, even more, and they can still do these awesome deals for the games, because nobody's going to be buying these used games, and everybody's still going to be making, everybody's going to be happy. But if they do digital only when the next gen console comes, all the GameStop will be out of the picture, and these publishers, developers will be able to do these awesome sales like how Steam has. I know the other day Steam, or it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, Steam did a deal where you could get Black Ops 2 on the PC free for the whole weekend. You could play it free the entire weekend, which is incredible. And then they had it like for the whole week, they had it at like $40 when it's still $60 in store, or now it would be anywhere else. It's still $60 no matter what. And they did such a great deal, and I bet they just made so much fucking money from doing that. And it's a great idea, but they're able to do that. And these companies like GameStop, it seems like they could do it. They're making so much money from this whole trade-in system and used games because you get shit for your trade-ins, and they sell it for twice as much money. It's a little ridiculous, but we got to deal with it. And I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's capitalizing. They're making great money from it. Next point I want to get into is how this whole digital download thing, it's going to happen regardless. Whatever you think, it's going to happen. Because if we look at history, we look at DVDs. Who buys a fucking DVD anymore? And be totally honest, you know you are not going to the store to buy a DVD. And if you go on Xbox and you look at it, I mean, we have Netflix on it, Hulu Plus, the Xbox Video, and it's not like anybody's going to take up that space and download or like get a DVD or whatever. Everything is being streamed, so everything's going to be streamed. And one of the new features they announced at that Sony conference when they announced the PS4 is that they will have in-game, or not in-game streaming. Well, yes, they will have in-game streaming, but you can stream a game instead of downloading it. It can be streamed and played right there in front of you without having to download a game. That is fucking incredible. I don't know how it is even possible. I didn't know like technology was there yet. But it's crazy how we go from playing these physical discs for so many years, and then all of a sudden we can just play a game directly from a hard drive, or play a game that's being streamed. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how they're going to do it. They said they could, and I mean, I totally believe them. If Sony says that that's going to happen, then most likely it will happen, which is incredible. So we're pushing the boundaries and we're going to the next step, and we're there. So it's time to go with it. For any console gamer who doesn't go along with this, you're just going to fall behind, because if it comes to this digital download stage, everybody's going to be doing it. There's going to be nothing else to do. You have to do it, and it's going to be so much better for us that these developers and publishers can give us the games that we want for cheaper. Just go look at Steam every day, check it out, look at their sales. That's all I'm saying, and you'll know what I mean. Guys, thank you if you listen all the way through it. Yeah, BioShock, my first time playing it. Awesome game. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.